And don't click away from this channel. Finally, I did it right. Welcome back, everybody. It's Zero Designs. And what did I get right? You know what? First time I've done this intro that I'm kind of like working and formulating and saying and speaking so that possibly I can say it properly. It's just a normal opening. But I keep saying that channel as like it's some other channel. Don't click away from that one down there, right? Like that little one. You know, beauty pie, don't click away from that one. Dang, I used the word is a horrible characteristic for talking. Now, welcome guys, if this is your first time ever, welcome to my craziness. If you've been here before, I'm sorry. Like, I'm really genuinely sorry. Like, this is what you have to deal with, but hey, you clicked the video, so thank you so much for being here. And you know what? Before we get into major details about this, if you haven't already guessed by the video, it's an elephant. You know, no secret there. But I think it's time for a short intro. Okay, short intro better be over, because honestly I don't want to sit there and wait a long period of time to be able to talk again, because I only get like a few seconds of properly being able to communicate before I'm like, yeah, I'm winded. Okay, like that is hard. It is so hard to like talk in a loud and pronounced version that, you know, later on I'm gonna be listening to this and I'm gonna be like, I can't hear him. No, like that's just so stupid. Microphones and all that other stuff can pick up stuff 200 yards away, but it can't hear you when you're directly in front of it. So you gotta just like speak up, right? Okay, so yes, this is a drawing about an elephant. I had posted a different post on Instagram and someone's like, you should draw an elephant, bro. And I'm like, you know, elephants used to be one of my favorite animals. It was my top favorite when I was like 6, 7, I don't know. I loved elephants, but I've never believed I could draw them. You know, it's not a comfort zone thing. I just don't really think, like, man, I need to draw an elephant today. So this may or may not be the best drawing you've ever seen of an elephant. Probably not, but hey, I gave it my effort. You know what? I am learning so much now, like, creativity, important. And like enjoyment important, and you learn as you go. Like for whatever mistakes I do, you know what? Am I the best at everything I do? Is it perfect? No! And I don't care. Because I'm improving and I get better because I'm not sitting there judging my faults like, man, that could have looked better. You know, during the drawing I do try and sit there and be like a little bit critical thinking, like, I need to fix this, it doesn't look quite right. I want it just a little bit different, right? I'm going to sit there and I'm going to fix it, right? Like in that particular thing that you just saw, hopefully, it wasn't perfectly shaped. And even then, I don't know if it was quite perfectly aligned, but I'd rather try my best. And that's what I'm going with. Like, I'm done with this whole idea. And I'm going to tell about it in every video. So make sure to go check out some of the other ones. I want to be down with the whole criticizing yourself as an artist. So hard, yet something I've done, something other people do, and it's one of the, you do it in a lot of things. You do it with YouTube, you do it with your business, your life, your job, your careers, your wealth, your lack thereof, right? You compare yourself to other people and you go like, here's my work, which by the way I spent an hour making, which my gosh is terribly long time, right? And let's look at the guy who's drawn a picture pretty much every day in the last 60 years. 60, not 6, just in case my sound just kind of lost a 0 on the end of that, because you know we like zeros here. We want to make sure you got that 0. Okay, nonetheless, right? 60 years, and then we compare ourselves like, I put in a lot of work. Why doesn't mine look like his? He looks like he did it in 2 minutes, and that's just stupid, right? And that's how we compare ourselves. I compare myself, let's say Jeff Bezos. very rich man. Well, he sold some books on a computer 20 years ago. Now he's got a lot of money. That's a very, like, really not educated sounding voice. But, like, you get the generality of, like, man, we observe someone else and we go, I wish I had that. And then when I look at my work, because I have assumed, this dog is driving me nuts today. I have assumed that automatically I know everything about it because I put in a slight amount of effort. And everybody you see that pretty much does something, whether or not they got it more quicker or less quicker than other people, they went at their own pace in life and everything else. Life changes and circumstances, all of it's crazy, but you can't compare yourself, right? Your situations are different, your things are different, everything's different, your talents, your skills, your connections, all of it's so different. Why are we criticizing ourselves because we don't match up? When half the time we don't even put in the effort to match up with them. Like, I've drawn, even me, like I've more recently, and I've been progressing as an artist and a content creator, right? I've been drawing off and on for the last like year and a half-ish, 2 years, right? Off and on, which means I have a couple months where I'm like drawing really well, and other times that's why I'm doing YouTube, because it keeps me accountable. It's like, hey, that's why this is an art vlog. This is me going over my designs and some other things, which are really kind of in that art design category. It's not like completely design, it's not completely art. Somewhere in between, like, you know, that kind of style, whatever. Going to be practicing a lot more different versions of everything I do, but that's where I'm at right now. And we compared that amount of effort to somebody who really did spend 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and whatever they call the grind or work, right? Maybe they put in 10 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 20 hours a day, 3 hours a day. All that. We don't see that. We just see the end result and we look at it and like, man, I want that end result. Why don't I have it? It's covetous. We're jealous of other people. When A, we don't put in the work, or B, we put in the work and we don't feel like we've gotten the same level of like respect and talent, right? Maybe you have drawn for 10 years and you know what? Maybe you're just not good at it. Let's be simple and honest. I think drawing is one of the few skills that you can learn with practice so you can get better. Maybe you have a harder time understanding it. Maybe you've never really practiced that well. Maybe you do it for 2 minutes a day. Maybe you do an hour a day. I don't know. Those things aren't really, you can't compare. You cannot compare your results with someone else's because everyone's going to have a different result. All of us. Some do really well very quickly. Some do really well over a long period of time. Some people are horrible for 100 years, and maybe art wasn't the best thing for you career-wise, but that doesn't mean you couldn't enjoy it. You know, you might have enjoyed it for 50 years if you weren't sitting there like, man, I really suck. And if you felt that way, maybe you shouldn't do it just in the fact of like, yeah, you know what, I tried it, I thought it was pretty cool, I never got better at it, I spent a lot of time. Maybe it wasn't meant for me. Maybe that's not in my area of talent. Maybe I don't understand this. Maybe it's not something I want to learn. Maybe I don't have the ability to learn, to comprehend it. I don't know. But don't compare yourself to someone who did have all those things. It's so silly. And we do it. And it's a constant cycle. So yeah, that's what this video is promoting. Be very careful to not compare yourself to other people. Maybe I'll even put it in the title because I'm supposed to be doing SEO so I can compare myself to other people. Silly me. But yeah, so I'm making these drawings as like a way to say, I don't care anymore about what other people think. And why should I? What gain do I get? If someone dislikes my art, they dislike it. If they enjoy it, that's awesome. You know, if I make a piece of artwork that one person enjoys, two people enjoy, 10 hate, well, guess what? 2 people enjoyed it. That's pretty cool. That's what matters, right? Not everything else. All the other fluff and all the other things that we attribute, you know, in the short time we have on this world anyways, and we put our pride and heart into everything else. You know what? You take your pride in how much effort you put in. That's where you should take your pride in. If you're really going to, right? If you don't have any pride whatsoever, do it in your effort and your journey and why you did it. All that cool things about passion versus, man, my pride is because I think I finally did a better job than so-and-so, right? Comparing ourselves, we always lose anyways. even if we do somehow beat the people that we say we're comparing ourselves to, right? I'm not saying against competitive edge, like being competitive with people. That's fun and low enjoyment challenges, but make it lighthearted. Don't be like, man, I want to pass PewDiePie by tomorrow, because you're probably not going to. Maybe you will, but you're probably not going to. So don't make yourself really upset, and but maybe make it, hey, I want to beat this guy, and not because I want to beat him or like crush him, but like, hey, that's be a cool goal of mine to try and hit. But make it a goal, not a I'm obsessed about taking over something, or obsessed. And I say this advice because I fall into this area where I struggle with it sometimes without even realizing that I do. And then it bogs me down. I'm like, man, why was my day so bad in that sense? Because I was like, oh, yeah, I was being highly critical of myself and hoping for better, and it didn't work out. So make sure you like this video, share it, comment, whatever you want to do. Maybe check out some other ones where I talk about other random things just like this. And I will see you hopefully in the next one. Bonus points for anyone who stuck around this long. It's 3 of them. Keep track, because I'm not. But let me know how many you got, because that's fun. And this is going to be the end for me. Pretty sure. I'm still probably a minute behind. I've not been able to calculate this right. I think this was a 12-minute video. And here I am at like 11:15-ish second. I don't know. Might be a little off by the time I actually edit these together. But it's like, I haven't been able to end it really well. So now I'm like kind of trying to keep track. I want to end it properly. But practice makes perfect. That's why I got to keep making content. So see you next time, guys. But this is going to be the end for me.